I wanted to have my daughter demonstrate two of the musical elements using her double bass. So this is her stand-up bass. And we didn't actually pick this instrument for her. She just happened to want to join the orchestra in middle school, and she started with violin, but she was such a novice that the teacher said that if you wanted to remain in orchestra, that she would need to play the double bass. And she wanted to stay in orchestra, and so the rest is history. So she's been in different orchestras from middle school all the way through college. And Michaela is one of the lucky few who is the class of 2020, the one that didn't really get a graduation but graduated. So anyway, but she's been able to play her bass all these years and has enjoyed it. So I asked her to help me to demonstrate these elements since we are stuck at home. All right, so the first element is expression, and there's three different, I guess, sub-elements under the element of expression. And the first one is dynamics, which is soft and loud. So can you show us something soft? Great. Okay, now show us something loud. Yep, that's definitely loud. And there's also the in-between. So then you have another term, it's called crescendo, which means to go from soft to loud. So can you play that again, or something with crescendo? Great. And then the opposite of that is decrescendo, so to go from loud to soft. Nice examples of different dynamics. The second sub-element is tempo, and tempo is just about speed. So going slow or going fast. So if you could play something slow. And now if you could play that piece fast. Great. And then just like with dynamics, there's varying. Of course, you can go from slow to fast and fast to slow. So slow to fast is accelerando. So if you could play that with accelerando. Great. And then the opposite of that is retardando. So meaning to go from fast to slow. So if you can demonstrate retardando. Good. And then the last sub-element under expression is articulation, and that is playing the notes either short or long. Or short notes, as another word for that is staccato, and then long notes, another word for that is a slur. So if you could play just a scale with staccato. Great, and then sometimes students say, oh, it just sounds jumpy. And so that's, you can say that short notes do sound jumpy. And then now if you could play that with a longer note or a slur. Great, definitely sounds different with depending on the articulation that is played. And then the second expression, or second musical element that Michaela will demonstrate is sound. So under sound is the word timbre. It's spelled like it should be pronounced timbre, but it is timbre. And another, you can describe that as tone color. And so timbre can be demonstrated with different instruments. So if you were to play a note on the bass, it's going to sound different than if you play it on the banjo or on the piano or something. So, but we're going to demonstrate it. She's going to play a little bit of something, and then I'll sing it very short. Okay, very short. So then we'll just demonstrate the difference in timbre. So just play something really short, and I'll just sing that. Okay. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. So it just sounds different on the bass. It's going to sound different than my voice. The bass is so much better. Okay, then the last one I wanted her to demonstrate on the bass is pitch. So even though the bass does play slow sounds, you do have a range on the bass. So if you could just show the lowest note you can play on the bass. Right, good. So that is a very low pitch on the bass. And then if you could play the highest pitch that you can on the bass. Great. Okay. So that is the demonstration for expression and sound and all the terms that make that up. So just click on the next video and you'll be able to see Michaela demonstrate melody, harmony, and rhythm on the piano.